Hello, Ron.
Hello, Mike.
How are you?
I'm well. Happy New Year to everybody.
Happy New Year, Ron. Happy New Year. Big week next Tuesday. Big day.
I know.
We had to make some tough decisions. I hope you're okay with it. Did you see who we're bringing back?
No.
We decided to bring back Manu, Keita, and Bueno. Of course, this means Manny and Carballo. We're not closing the door on them, but it may look like their time as Cyclones
Manny, we're closing the door on.
It's over.
Oh, man. Yeah. Carballo, he was tough, man. He was aggressive. I like Carballo.
He's a Cyclone lifer no matter what. But.
I said to him in my heartfelt text to him after, he's my favorite player to watch in the entire league.
Yeah.
He's just aggressive. He's got that kick-ass fast
And as
serve.
I told him, that will not change.
Billy, can you tell me how you experience these guys talking about
Why'd
now
you
the Cyclones? They are no longer the Cesta Cyclones.
Cyclones.
There are many things that infuriate our audience. I am responsible for most of them, but the Cyclones talk. Billy, how do you feel about it when Chris and Mike and now Magill, when it's an exciting sport, it's a fun sport, and they own this
World's
team.
fastest game day.
They own this team. I don't know. Has Pitbull is now in the league? That is official?
Yeah, he's entering the league this year. Expansion team.
Wow.
Call his team the Fireballs.
So you guys got in. Of course. The name is better than yours. The last time I saw you guys, Magill lost $50,000 for his substantive endowment.
I didn't lose $50,000, okay? I gained actually close to $4,000 because that's what they won for me, and that's something I would not have had at all without the Cyclones. So
okay, but you lost $46,000, and Udonis Haslem was on the court shirtless, and Ray Lewis was yelling and screaming that they were champions, you were not. And now you've had your transactions. During the holidays, you guys made deals.
Yeah, This coming Tuesday is the draft on January 9th, and we had to freeze some players on our roster, especially with an expansion team coming in. You can keep fewer players, and it's always difficult. When you're a runner-up in battle court, that's the toughest spot to draft, and we had to make some tough decisions over the holidays. I had to call some players personally and explain to them why they weren't being frozen, and, Dan, my heart just sank.
Tough calls.
Like, I know it kind of sounds like we're doing shtick, but it really was a difficult day.
No, I'm not saying it's look.
These are people that we're friends with, you know.
Why does it sound like shtick?
Well, I'm just saying because, I know, we're I'm just.
It's a weird dynamic because this is like a real thing to the players, and it's a joke to you guys.
That's not a joke. That's the part.
The league warned you that they were going to take away your team if you didn't keep going to the games. That's why I went out to a game.
Apologize to us.
Debatable.
Apologize to us.
I respect Mike for calling the guys he's going to drop so they don't read it on the internet first.
Billy,
That's a job by you.
Billy,
That's a good move by Mike.
Yes.
Chris is here saying I love this person. He's my favorite player. Really, it's like, well, you're in complete control. He could still be on the team.
Ron,
you chose to fire him.
Our priority is to win a title.
I'm not trying to act emotionally. Yes, Carballo's my favorite player to watch, but I'm looking at the draft available players.
We owe it to our fans to put out a championship-winning team. Yeah. And we've seen what our roster looks like with Carballo as our number one front quarter, and we're going to take our chances in the draft. Look, it's not the end of the road for Carballo. I'm sure his history with us has many more chapters.
Ron, you were trying to say something, and Billy, you're ever the anarchist, but this is upsetting to me. What's happened here? These guys genuinely care about this team and these players. They keep giving up Friday nights they do not have to go and try and resurrect the sport of highlight.
That's true. I've been to games that this team has played at that no one has been there for.
True.
And I said, where are you guys?
This season, we went to everyone.
Because you got warned that you had to or they're going to take away your team.
We were in last place. Last season, it got a little. A couple seasons back, it got a little.
You guys as owners.
Billy's been to more games.
You think Mark Cuban shows up if they're in last place?
Oh, how about that one, by the way? Very quietly during the holidays, Mark Cuban out of the side of his mouth. Yeah, I don't have full control anymore.
That's the way you have to say it.
I don't have final veto power. That whole thing was, never mind.
No one in this league.
These guys, that's a serious game. This is not like, WWF or stupid slam night on Friday night.
Whoa.
Slam night.
What's wrong with slam night?
Whatever they call that Friday night thing, where people are throwing chairs at each other and stuff like that.
Hell yeah.
I mean, those guys are athletes, but that stuff's not real. This highlight is real. I mean, you go and watch that stuff. You see how fast that ball. I tried to throw a thing with a cesta once. I almost got neutered.
I think it's pretty irrefutable.
No, it's hard. It's hard to throw.
I think it's
with
pretty
a
irrefutable
cesta.
that this ownership cares more than everybody else. Yeah. Okay, and if you want to hold one maybe struggling spring season against us, fine. You go ahead and do that. But the fact is, no one is more engaged.
The lifestyle
in terms
Miami
of,
guy loves that team.
He does. But I'm willing to sack our passion for this great sport of highlight up against anybody else's.
He can care all he wants. You keep drafting spinner, he ain't going nowhere.
You guys got dragged by one player in the front court. What was his name? You got dragged. Is he the best player in the world now? Yes, he dragged all of you. Who got him? You don't have him now?
They got to keep him.
They keep him.
I don't understand how this works. You get to choose to keep your
so
best
you should
players,
comment
but
on
you
it
only
since you
get
don't
the bad
understand.
ones.
Hasn't stopped you from opening your trap.
And
You
not
guys don't know how it works either.
No, yes, we do. We couldn't know more. I could bore you with it. I could go into specific.
You have
it.
That's probably true.
But Chris, you dropped your favorite player to watch
Because it's for the betterment of the team.
Why don't you trade this Manu guy that you guys love so much, and you guys keep losing the championship?
pear-shaped Manu.
I love Manu, man.
Manu's
but
one of the best backcourters in the world.
Okay, but you get him, and then you trade him for 2 assets.
You can't
There's
trade.
no trade.
Why can't you trade? You can't trade?
You're embarrassing yourself.
I'm not embarrassing myself.
You are.
This
You're
league's a
embarrassing
joke.
yourself.
I said it.
You're
Scott
embarrassing
Savin is
yourself.
cackling listening to you right now.
Trade
I will
the
say this,
players.
I will say
Trade
this.
should be allowed.
Manu is a great player. He's a great player, but he's a great doubles player. I wouldn't in singles. I think Manu may have reached his peak.
Now Ron's
years
showing
ago.
his ass. Doubles is what wins you championships.
Wait a minute.
Exactly. That's
Wait
what I'm
a
saying.
There's no
Exactly.
singles matches in the finals, guys. None.
Yeah.
All right, you guys have derailed everything we're doing
Ron
today.
knows.
Ron, I need you to back off on Manu. I need your rabid rage to settle down because you lost $46,000 the last time that this was.
He lost out on.
$4,000. Every one of those guys, after we came in second, they came up to me and said they were sorry. I said, "You got nothing to be sorry about, man. You guys made it to the final."
I don't like what Billy's done. What Billy and Dan do every time we talk highlight is because maybe I haven't even seen the feedback that says we don't like you guys talking about highlight. I've never seen that criticism.
Dan said that, not me.
Ever. I think that's the biggest straw man.
Mike,
but you guys don't have to trivialize.
This is what I would tell you.
It's a device that Dan uses to get you to stop talking
This
about
is-
it.
That's what he
You
used to
guys
do
are
with the music,
trivializing
though.
something
People
that
love
is
that.
deeply important to us.
Okay,
Yeah.
what's-
I won $80 at highlight, so.
Oh, really?
What is deeply important to me is personally, with the hot breath of nachos that I could smell, people have told me to my face, can you get them to stop talking about the Cyclones?
Who? Name names. Greg died for that team.
Mike Schur is one of them.
Huh.
Oh, what does he know?
Exactly.
Please.
Oh, wait.
What has he done since Parks and Rec?
Mike makes some major donations to my endowment. I got to say that Mike is really generous.
Bought and paid for? Ron Magill, what is this?
I'm just saying he's really generous to the endowment every year.
He gives
Even
up.
though he cuts down Dan every time he makes the donation, he really says bad things about Dan.
Tax break.
You don't know what it's like.
No, but what he does
Stu
when he
knows.
makes the donations, he accuses both me and Ron of embezzlement and crime so that there's a paper
Yes.
trail.
You don't know
That's
what
what
it's
he
like
does.
to get a text from your co-owner partner at 2:30 a.m. of some grainy footage from the Basque country because 6 new players from France have entered the draft pool. You don't know what that's like. You weren't with me when I was in Athens at 4 a.m. FaceTiming with future Cyclones at the draft. You don't know what this is like.
I've watched so much YouTube of Lopez playing backcourt.
Oh, he's good. He's
Z with a
good.
Z.
You guys are trying to keep the sport alive. It's not being played anywhere else in America right now.
It's thriving, and Battlecourt is unlike any other sport. That's why you have the likes of Pitbull coming. He's a Pitbull. This guy, his name just drips with success.
Also, Masvidal gone.
Where do you guys pick
He
in the draft?
unretired.
Is there a consensus number one? Where are you picking in the draft?
Second to last.
Oh.
Toughest spot. You know, the sport legislates parity.
But you also can, like, the teams can keep first-round picks. So who are you even picking
Manu's
from?
our
Manu's
first round
our
pick.
first round freeze.
So when
Sleeper.
is your first-round pick?
The second round.
Second round when it
Your
sneaks back.
first-round pick is in the second round.
Are you guys going to let me today talk about anything that I want to talk about with any
I'm
of the
getting
people
jackets
I want to
embroidered.
Spoiler alert.
Oh, I hope I get one of those.
You play your cards right. Quit back talking with like Manu. Like we don't need that.
No. I need Manu, but I need him as a doubles player in the backcourt because
We're
the guys.
Yeah.
gonna make an announcement
Rest.
right now.
Rest
He doesn't
versus
even know
rest.
this. Manu, new team captain.
Wow.
Wow.
The C. Huh?
You know, nobody screams Manu more than me when I'm up in those stands. I'm up there, you hear me, Manu.
What is the animal in the animal kingdom that makes that sound or something most comparable to that sound?
Jesus, it's Christmas. Ooh,
Maybe like a cow? Mau.
I don't know. No, I don't know what it would be.
Maybe a cow?
Come on, Dan.
Animal expert. I mean, jeez.
Let's see who does the best cow.
That's a pretty good one.
Roy.
That was not
That was
me.
me.
Where
That was
went
me.
the
That's a fun.
It was my game, so I
That's
was like,
not a fine.
We all sound the same, Dan.
Chris Cody has a fake Manu.
not doing that.
Yeah.
Really, that's only private fronton racism.
Hello, boss.
Yeah, okay.
He does call us
Wait
boss.
a minute.
Boss.
But wait a minute. In
Boss,
that-
you have to keep carbine.
no, look, you're the
You
minority
get a good player.
in
Good
that
player for.
in that area of the country. That is more the language than whatever you guys are speaking.
We have to have Manu for the backcourt.
I walked out of a gas station near there the other day and told my wife there is no one who's ever spoken English who's been in that place.
Hello,
No
boss.
No one ever. Like in the history of that place, that gas station has been there for 40 years. No one has ever spoken a word of English.
Thank you,
in there.
boss.
Thank you, boss, for the front court.
Ron, I didn't have any time to get to our videos. I didn't have any time
All right,
to.
man.
All
This
right.
was fun. This was good.
No, it
And this was
wasn't.
important.
It wasn't
Great.
good.
It's
Yeah.
important. It is. It's important. It really is.
How is it important?
Because
He's
those
right, yeah.
guys, they're playing with their hearts out for the endowment, you know, and it makes me feel really special when you got athletes of their caliber saying, you know what, we're going to do this for the endowment. You know, I really tip my hat to Chris and to Mike. I mean, they're incredible owners. Those guys, when you see them up there, they're into it. You know, I feel like you got somebody who cares. It's not like, you know, some of the owners that we've had on our professional teams here in South Florida.
Whoa.
We've been criticized for caring too much.
The Pride of a Lion is a best-selling book because of this audience. Before we get out of here,
No
Ron,
one's criticized them for that.
Oh, our approach to these games are very controversial. I mean, we're doing Chanster and Surds.
Oh, that's bad form. Right, Ron?
Well, I don't know. Listen, I was there. When I saw the whole women's basketball team there, you know how that was fantastic to see Coach Meyer there. And, you know, they're going to bring the team out to the zoo. I'm going to take them around to the zoo, man. You made great connections, great people there. Listen, this is huge. And every time I'm there, I think we got more people than the other team we're playing.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
all right. Okay. This segment was ruined
Cyclones.
by you guys.
Cyclones. No longer
Come on, Ron.
Cesta.
Cyclones.
Cyclones.
Not Cesta Cyclones anymore. They changed their name.
Cyclones. You never seen it. Miss that house, and come straight for you.
Good player.
Manu.
That is bad, baby. Manu.
He's a good player.
It's a good player. With Lopez for
Thank you, boss.
backcourt.
You should really, to appreciate it, you have to talk to him. Know what he sounds like, but it's a good impression.
From both of you. You both do you both do excellent Manus.
You've had limited interactions with Manus,
Yes.
but
I love that he is shaped like me.
he's not.
He's in better shape.
He's
Stop that.
in much better shape than you.
He's an athlete.
That's not true.
Impeccable posture, too.
I don't believe Manu is in better shape than I
Just
am.
be careful. That's our captain.
Okay.
I saw a video of him sprinting in some stupid online thing that the
I
Cesta
would
Cyclones
race
did.
him, and I
He
feel
would
like-
beat you.
I feel like I would win.
Dan, he would not.
Set it up, please.
I would. Okay.
Okay, let's
Yes.
do an athletic.
Let's
No,
do
challenge.
this.
that's your territory, and then you have to go in the
No,
on the court and play
the
him in
Cesta
highlight.
stuff. Look, man.
Everyone knows your realm is sprinting.
You do look kind
Now
of
you gotta play a road game.
That one sprinting clip
I
that we
would
always
just I will tell you that if you want to have if you want to form a decathlon of your choosing between me, Stugotz, and Manu for whatever.
Why am I doing it
because
against Manu?
I'm going to do both of them. I don't want to do two decathlons. If we're
Right.
going to do an athletic competition, I am here for the three of us going against your captain of your team and
good player.
seeing who is a better
I have
player.
to go over his contract. If he gets hurt doing this, if he gets hurt embarrassing you and our season's lost, we only have ourselves to blame.
But Mike is right. If Dan gets you on the track, it's over. I mean,
That's why we got to do shuttle drills.
Momentum. I don't know. Also, I do think that some of the activity should be look up something on the internet. Like it should be me or Stugotz find Paramount Plus.
And you think you'll do that
and
faster
Manu.
than Manu?
Deposit a check on your phone.
Yeah, something. Yes.
What?
Well, this is what Stugotz was saying. Let me get to this because I think Stugotz is right about this. I think in all the analysis that we do of all things football, why is no one analyzing anything that happened in the craziness of the last few days, including Milroe not using the right part of the RPO, or was that a terrible call by Saban going straight into the teeth of what Michigan does best, or did somebody screw something up? I believe Stugotz might be right when he says, this time of year, holidays, we're all a little lackluster. You just sprinted through Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's like it's crazy time, family drama, a lot of people around you don't want around, headaches, death, division.
You're getting older.
You're getting older. When he says, you know what happened to football the last 10 days? Just the holidays, where there's a referee out there who's got perspective about life, and he's like, who checked in? I don't know, 68, 70. Who gives a bleep? Like, I'm busy. Yeah, one of you checked in. I don't know. I threw the flag. I'm tired. My in-laws were in the house for 2 days. The kids don't listen to me anymore.
Too many voices.
Stadium's loud.
Just that the holidays happen to football.
I just don't hear things anymore. I don't know if it happens after you have a kid, but my wife swears to me. She says, I told you to throw that away. I'm like, I have no recollection.
Now,
I didn't hear it.
Imagine you're a referee. You're trying to spot the ball. You're trying to get home for the holidays. You got the in-laws in town. You've called, you've done 19 games in the last month alone. And then you got 9 offensive linemen trying to check in at the same time.
And you got that law firm you run on the side because the referees in the multi-billion-dollar sport have second jobs.
I know the answer from Stugotz, but are you having difficulty with your hearing? We've been doing this. This is our upcoming 20th year, right? Mm-hmm. 20 years ago in the fall, you would have uttered Chidi Ahanatu in a microphone for the very first time. My ears have taken a beating doing that.
But headsets for 20 years must do that, correct?
Yeah, most people, I swear to God, I don't hear the first. Anytime I'm in a group, someone tries to talk to me, it's always, come again?
Okay, but you're now saying that as you chase a child around and the holidays happen, and you got an upside-down U thrown in your face by Rutgers this weekend.
That was a road game.
As you chased sports around.
They had a lot of healthy players.
Rutgers gave you the upside-down U. You're chasing your daughter through the holidays. You can't hear things. That's one daughter. Billy's got 2, and God bless football.
Yeah, I don't know how he doesn't.
Look at him. Not well. He's already been defeated by 2024.
Ready for a break.
It has informed, anything I do going forward. It's just, I'm taking all this as data. Like, Billy and how he navigates it is important data points for me.
Billy has been a slalom course of, I don't even know how he has done.
Is that good or bad?
I don't know how you survived the last 18 months of your life. But again, I want to just go back. Is it not possible that, I know a lot of people are watching Dallas-Detroit, and it is pretty stupid what I'm saying to you, that these things are decided by inches when I'm talking about 50 years of Lions history, and now we go to the replay. And instead of Stugotz celebrating, wow, LeBron James making a late 3 against that defense when Minnesota's good and young people want LeBron James's stuff. And he's saying Stevie Wonder could see on replay that was a 3 and it tied the game. Put it on the poll, please, at Le Batard Show. Could Stevie Wonder indeed see that? Because some people, Bonnie Jones chief among them, say Stevie Wonder is not actually blind.
Can he see? Should be the poll question.
Was that video of the Grammys where Beyonce was walking in front of him? Yeah. Pretty damning evidence.
Yeah. Put it on the poll. Can Stevie Wonder see? And see if you can get for me. I think it's one of the greatest riffs I've heard. I don't know if we have it in our library, but Bomani claiming that Stevie Wonder is not blind. But
he caught a falling mic stand. The man can see.
He said, "What up, big dog?" to Shaq in an elevator once.
Huh.
Bomani told the story of someone working at Best Buy, and they could swear that Stevie came in shopping for a television.
Instead of celebrating, I mean, we can, Stugotz, you'd agree, right? LeBron James, all of it pretty impressive for 20 years.
Yes,
Mike is complaining about his hearing. LeBron's still having a game against the Timberwolves where he's the best player for the Lakers, and he's playing for the tie, and the Timberwolves are excellent. They're excellent at defense.
Yep, game of inches, Dan.
That we decide these things by checking in with a referee, and Stugotz is right when he says that referee may have just been looking around and saying, Who checked in there? Like, was it 68, 58? I don't remember. 70. What happened? I'm tired at the end of a long work day, week, long work year.
As you and I age, as we get older, we're in our 50s, we can relate to what that referee potentially was going through. Just too many voices in my head.
I know it's super important to everyone out here, but I've got like a teenage kid, and I had a death in the family, and life has happened. You remember when Brady said, hey, I'm 45? Happens. I'm older than that. This is a second job for me. The people here are crazy, and I run a law firm. Like, the people here are nuts how they care about, do you know how hard it is to spot the ball correctly?
Somebody checked in. I have no idea.
Have you seen the size of Lane Thomas? I couldn't see what was happening because look at the size of his ass.
Lane Johnson?
Yes.
Fine.
Sorry. That is a fine. Who'd I call him? Lane Thompson?
Thomas? Yeah. Lane Thomas. You know what the official
Logan Thomas.
The official that totally skated because we miss an entire hot take sports cycle. The referee that tripped Lamar Jackson in the end zone, forcing a safety.
Best tackle of Lamar Jackson in the backfield this season. He's hard to tackle. I can't believe that guy's more of an athlete than everybody who's an athlete.
That game was something. That Monday Night Football game, because it also became the Rashad Mendenhall Bowl, where we essentially made it for. By the way, Michigan forced Game 3 against Alabama. So you decide where Game 3 of the race war takes place. But the Baltimore Ravens won race war, Rashad Mendenhall Derby, Game 1. That game was so great because of what Lamar Jackson was doing and so confusing because of what happened to Brock Purdy there. Brock Purdy gets benched for Sam Darnold, and you see a seismic shift in MVP odds. That game was essentially for the MVP. That was NFL history on the line.
Can we please talk for a moment, Stugotz? Because I have gotten away from race talk because everybody's doing it. I haven't done very much of it. But can we talk about the reference that Mike is making here when, you just saw Colorado become a black team, a representative in college football, minor league professional football. You saw them become a symbol for black excellence. The Baltimore Ravens, when he mentions Mendenhall, and Mendenhall says, can we get all of these Orlovskis off television telling me, as the white person's perspective, how football works, get me some black people out here like Tomlin's staff. This is happening in the sport. Sports become a mirror where we're headed in 2024. Like, the Ravens are a black team, and they're telling you after they injure Burrow, yeah, we do that. You're going to get hurt playing against us. And we're going to go to San Francisco. And they've been fighting everybody. They got Trent Williams. And we're going to drag them because we're more physical up front than anybody, than anybody in the sport. And we got a guy behind us here who's pretty black. Like, in every way, black excellence. MVP of the league. And before the season, we don't want him. Atlanta, Carolina. Look at Carolina's problems. That's a black team. And they're black excellence. And the Bosas of the world, who, by the way, when you read about the politics in some of the locker rooms, you wonder how any of these people can get along and survive in that workplace. It's a tribute to sports, actually, Stugotz, that you would have MAGA in your locker room or playing opposite you. And some of the stuff that we argued about when it was Mason Rudolph and Myles Garrett 5 years ago, I don't know how that stuff coexists in a locker room. That stuff seems super awkward to me. As Mendenhall says, the black guys are the ones who should be explaining football to you on television, not the mediocre white guys who get to get the analyst jobs because we prefer that the broadcasting bridge be coated in quarterbacks who have usually always been white.
Is this your way of asking me, can we discuss this? Because I'd rather not. Like, you never let me answer. You asked the question. I'd rather not discuss it. Thank you.
Stugotz was just telling me during the break that in Vegas he wants to cannonball into a pool when this happens at Viva Las Vegas. What are you shaking your head about, Billy?
It's 42 degrees.
The Super Bowl is going to be a mess.
Oh, my God. I'm so scared of all of it.
Why'd you sign off?
I don't know. You guys needed a morale lift.
2024, fun.
Yeah. Dan,
I read
a theory that I think Tony will like about that referee, the official that tripped Lamar Jackson, that he might be a time traveler. Whoa. Yeah.
Go on.
That the reason is because the 49ers have this weird pattern where every game that they lost, they had scored 17 points, and every time that a quarterback or a team beat them and they scored 17 points, that quarterback got injured, the opposing quarterback. So the theory was that maybe this official was a time traveler who was coming back to cost the Ravens 2 points, give it to the 49ers to prevent them because they ended up with 19 points and save Lamar Jackson's health.
The Mendenhall conversation is a better one.
I said I'd rather not.
I know, so I'm going to throw it to the group because Mike Ryan just casually mentioned, hey, there's some race wars going on in football. We're going to talk about it.
I also mentioned that the series was tied 1-1 last night.
You're passing on time travel?
Do you have anything else to offer to the conversation? Because I would have liked your help on the previous one. I understand that you want to do Time Traveler, but we sat out Mendenhall.
If you want to watch our show devolve in person, you can come out to the Stadium Swim at the Circa Hotel February 8th and 9th. The shows begin at 10 a.m. local time. Reserve your tickets now at www.circalasvegas.com/stadium-swim/Dan-LeBatard-Show.
Come on. That's a lot. That's too much. Say it again, slowly.
circalasvegas.com/stadium-swim/Dan/ Wait, no. Damn. All right. circalasvegas.com/stadium-swim/Dan-LeBatard-Show.